where we were hunting, on the ranch where we normally hunt around, it was real cold. It was the last weekend, and the birds kind of moved to town. So there was another big watershed just south of there. Noticed birds flying in and around that. So yeah, we got everything set up, and then of course the wind was all wrong. That wasn't in our favor where we wanted to be set up. So we're kind of sitting on the side of our decoys. But the one thing that did work is when they did come in, they sure in the heck weren't looking at us. They were looking at the bank across the other side where they were going to go light. And we didn't have very many commit, but the ones we did.
But that fawn had been holding more birds than what we saw that day. However, we didn't have a lot of birds, but they were coming in at an angle. I mean, so you get to shoot them right in the side of the white patch. They were coming in real low, and it's like low and slow. But that cove was so small, that part of that watershed was so small that when they come in, they were just pinched right down, right in front of us. I mean, it's hard to miss.
Oh man, they were right in our face. There was some. I mean, it was looking like that last hunt that we put up on ducks. I mean, we were smacking them pretty hard.
There's a lot of birds that were falling that wasn't on camera. So, there's a lot of shots going off because there was a lot falling behind us, beside us. We also was contending to the west of us, like 3/4 of a mile to the west of us, was 2,000 to 3,000 birds landing in another bean field. We were very fortunate to be able to pull some groups off of the masses to get them in there where we could even get a shot at them in the first place. Well, the field was so muddy. Where we should have been was out in the middle of that windrow, because if we'd have been in the middle of the windrow where the field's longer on the other side, it would have been a massacre.
Oh man, that's the only reason we were in the area that we were. Because if we could have got over through that little circle field that we were on and got out into it wasn't a very big field to begin with. But if we could have got out along a stretch where it could have gave the birds a lot more of a landing strip to come in, it could have got a lot further
He's a good one.
I always knew about it, and it was the same buddy that we hunted the watershed on the last day. We just went out there that evening and killed a few birds and probably passed on some shots we maybe should have took some shots we maybe should have passed on it, but that's just the way it is. And we didn't feel like that evening we probably hit them as hard as we could have, and so took a little risk, left all the decoys right there in the field, and it still wasn't as dry as it needed to be to get out there. But yeah, that's Kansas weather, man. So I'm gonna say it was probably rain that got us, dude. You could have used snowshoes and got across there better. Tons of beans left in there, bean stalks. This is the type of fields that goose hunters, duck hunters like to hunt.
They're turning this way.
Here we go. Better take them on this path.
I couldn't do it. Oh, we could. Do it. Go.
And we was really fortunate to pull the birds that we did pull in there with us. Sometimes the wind's wrong, but that don't mean you can't kill birds. It just means you got to come up with a better plan. And like the mud was 8 inches deep. I mean, you come walking out of the field and your feet feel like they weigh 50 pounds.
It still wasn't as dry as it needed to be to get out there, but yeah, it was just real weird. But I mean, it's a cool hunt, and I've had some great hunts on like those little type of fields, like small, and it really kind of it offset itself. I mean, it wasn't just a thin, narrow field. It got wide, it got narrow, it had an arm that come out to the north here. So I mean, yeah, there's just tons of birds and tons of water in that area, and you just got to hope that you set in the right one and get your decoys out the way that makes the flock want to come down and take a look at it.
Better do it.
Are you ready? Yep. Good. Good.
That was towards the end of the season. man, everything's getting rough. Every hunt's just that much tougher, and it gets worse because you know it's coming down to the end. So you want to just maximize and just crush every bird that you can. You know, tempers can flare a little bit, and things can get short. But we kept her together pretty good on those 2 hunts. Yeah, like I said, we got some goose burger out of those 2, so we did all right there.
Everybody wants to have them come land at their feet. I mean, everybody wants to shoot them feet down. We're hunters. We do what we go the extra mile. We knock on doors. We'll go the extra mile to get to do what we do best. We eat, sleep, and breathe hunting. That's right.